If you own a Valeton GP-5, you're probably making 3 of these 6 mistakes, and they are killing your tone without you even realizing it. I've spent the last 2 months just testing every scenario, and today I'm gonna show you exactly how to fix them. Let's go. Alright, so mistake number 1, leaving your cab sim on when you're running GP5s into a real guitar amp. If you ever just plugged in and thought, why does my sound just feel a little bit more muffled, or like there's some blankets over the speaker, that's the cab sim still active. Here's what happens. So the GP5's cab simulation is designed for direct recording or running into a full range speaker or headphones like a FR. It already models the sound of a mic and cabinet. But when you send that same signal into a real amp and speaker, you're stacking cabinet tone on top of cabinet tone, so it filters the highs twice and kills your clarity. The fix is very easy. When you are using your amplifier, your real amplifier, you're gonna go to the app, the Valeton Suite, you just click on the cab, select off, and there you're ready to go. Then if you want to record directly to your computer, or if you are using just headphones, you're going to turn back on cab simulation, so you're gonna have the amp and the cab simulation. Once you do this, your tone just opens up more natural, more organic, like it should be. Okay, so just remember, when you are using your amplifier, your real amplifier, just turn off the cab sim. When you are using headphones or recording directly to your computer, you have to turn it on. If you get this right, your patches will sound like it's supposed to. Mistake number 2, MIDI not found, and this is related to the chocolate M-Vave. And this one just drives people crazy, me included. You set up your MIDI controller, everything just works perfectly, then the next day you turn on the GP5 and nothing. Here are 3 things just to check every time. So you first check the USB cable, it must support data transfer, not just charging. A charge-only cable won't send MIDI messages, so the GP5 never receives commands. You don't need an ultra-high speed cable, but make sure it's a data plus power cable. That fixes a lot of not found errors. Second, I noticed that sometimes after reconnecting the controller, the GP5 doesn't respond. What works for me, export the preset folder to my phone, and when I power up, I import it back into Cube Suite. That resyncs everything and the controller talks to the GP5s again. The M-Vave can run on its internal battery or over USB, but the GP5 doesn't always detect an externally powered controller unless the controller has a stable power source. Plug a dedicated power supply into the MIDI controller when using the host mode. That gives reliable detection across power cycles. The next 2 mistakes are related. They both mess with your signal chain, and getting either one wrong will completely ruin your tone. It doesn't matter how good your patches are. Okay, so let's start with the one that kills your live performance. Number 3, not matching input gain levels between your presets. Here's the problem. You build a preset A with your input gain at minus 12 dB and sounds just perfect. Then you create a preset B at minus 6 dB. Now when you switch between them live, yeah, that volume spike just kills your credibility. Or worse, you just go from a high gain lead preset just to a clean rhythm preset, and suddenly nobody can hear you. The fix, again, it's simple. You just go to global settings, set one consistent input level for all your presets. I use usually plus 7 dB as my baseline. Shout out to Diogorus. I can write the name here. He just gave this awesome insight. This just gives you enough headroom for clean tones and enough signal for high gain patches. Then you have just to adjust each individual preset volume just to finesse the balance between them. Now, check this out. You see? Perfectly balanced output every single time. This one change will make your live switching sound professional instead of, well, chaotic. Mistake number 4, not using pre and post effects loop position correctly. There is a lot of confusion about this one, I'm gonna clarify it just now. This is the one that just destroys your tone quality. Just watch what happened when I put my delay and pedal in the pre position. Can you hear that? That washy, muddy mess? The delay is just hitting before the amp modeling, so every patch change and creates chaos. The repeating is just getting amplified and it sounds a little bit not terrible, but chaotic. Now I move the same delay to the post position. Clean and professional tone. The delay just sits after the amp modeling, exactly where it should be in a real signal chain. So here's the rule that will save your tone. Drive pedals, distortion, fuzz, anything that just affects your core guitar signal goes in pre-position. Modulation, reverb and delays, anything that affects your space and your texture goes in the post position. Get this wrong and your tone just suffers. Doesn't matter how your patches sound by themselves. Mistake number 5. Using the wrong power supply. The GP5 will need 9 volts DC, 100 milliamps and center negative. On the USB side, if you are powering by USB-C, you're gonna need 190 milliamps. If you're using some generic power supply that doesn't meet these specs, you're just gonna get noise, dropouts, or worse, you can even damage this unit. If you lost your original power supply, please just don't grab any 9 volt adapter. Check the specs, 9 volts DC, 100 milliamps, center negative. Mistake number 6. Not backing up your patches before firmware updates. You just spend hours creating these perfect patches, dialing in your tones. Then you just update your firmware because you're very happy because you're gonna get new effects or something else. And patch is gone. Everything resets to factory defaults. Valeton's editor software makes backup super easy, but most people just skip this step. Here's my routine before every update. You just connect the GP5, open the editor, you just click it, you just back up all patches, save the file with today's date or any way you want it. It just takes literally 30 seconds. So now if anything just goes wrong during the updates, you just have your patches saved. You can always restore everything just as it was. So I just keep files organized by date in a dedicated folder. It saved me multiple times and it'll save you too. Let's just recap the 6 mistakes that are just ruining your GP5 tone. Number 1, leaving your cab sim on when running into a guitar amp. Using a real amplifier, cab sim off. If you are using headphones and FR or recording, cab sim on. Number 2, reconnect MIDI after every power cycle. Make it a part of your routine. Number 3, match your input gain levels across all presets, no more volume jumps. Number 4, use pre and post effects loops positions correctly. Drive goes pre and time and space goes post. Okay, so number 5, the power supply will need 9 volts DC, 100 milliamps, center negative. And number 6, back up your patches before firmware updates. 30 seconds, no more. Fix these 6 things and your GP5 will just sound better, perform more reliably, and you'll actually enjoy more playing. If this video just helped you out, just don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. GP5 tips just in the description. You can watch all playlists of GP5s and GP200 multi-effects pedal. If you haven't just picked up the GP5 or the Chocolate Plus yet, I've left affiliate links down in the description. Using those just will support the channel with no extra cost for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.